força da união, seguindo o mesmo caminho. Sabemos que somos um time de campeões. BNI Brasil bate forte em nossos corações. Oh, Givers Game pelo mundo eu vou. Oh, BNI Brasil eu sou. We were straight off the union, walking in the same direction. We know that we are a team of champions. Together you and I, we are the BNI. Oh, BNI, this is another world. Oh, people stand here and around the world. Oh, BNI, this is another world. Oh, people stand here and around the world. You and I, BNI, changing the way the world does business.
Olá pessoal, sejam todos muito bem-vindos a mais um episódio do PodContar, Histórias Reais e Sucesso. Eu sou Adelaide Maia Conduta, diretora executiva da região de Itapetininga e também da região de João Pessoa, junto com Felipe Conduta, que hoje novamente divide comigo aqui o nosso podcast, para que a gente possa entrevistar e receber com muito carinho a nossa CEO global do BNI, Mary Thompson. Sabemos que é a primeira vez que uma mulher assume esse cargo dentro do BNI. Estamos ansiosos para escutá-la e para saber um pouco da história dela. Lembro que no Havaí fiquei morrendo de medo quando ela veio em minha direção para me fazer alguma pergunta. A gente estava com delay na tradução e eu fiquei muito tensa naquele dia. Mas foi um dia muito bonito de se ver. Não esqueço nunca a frase de encerramento dela do Havaí, que é: não precisa ser fácil. Só precisa ser possível. E isso eu carrego comigo e vou carregar o resto da minha vida. Seja muito bem-vinda, Mary.
Hi, Mary. So we are very glad to have you here with us. You are very welcome. And Adelaide, just remember our first direct contact. It was on the last conference in Hawaii, in US, where you came to us on the conference, on the room, plenty of people, and you ask her some question. Not sure if you will remember us. Yes, and also one sentence that you mentioned that day that we always say to our region and to our members is, it don't need to be easy, must be possible. And this is something for us that we really take, one of the takeaways for us from that conference. So thank you to have you here with us today.
Excellent. Well, obrigada. Thank you so much for having me here today. My grandmother was from the Azores, so my family comes from Portugal. It's always nice to have conversation with you.
Well, that's great. Thank you.
Vamos lá. Você começou a carreira como oficial de logística na Marinha dos Estados Unidos. Depois, ingressou na franchise e agora lidera o BNI Global. Qual foi o fio condutor da sua carreira, né? Como você conectou essas diferentes fases?
So, Mary, you started your career as a logistics officer in the U.S. Marine. Later on, you entered to the franchising world, and now you lead BNI Global. How do you connect these different phases from your professional experience?
Yes, well, first I would say that I believe in my totality of my career, what has been important is serving others. When I joined the Marine Corps, I wanted to serve my country. When I was a franchise owner and owning businesses, I wanted to serve my community. And as the CEO of BNI, I want to serve the BNI community, both our members and our executive directors and the people on our team, because I'm very much aligned with our vision of changing the way the world does business. And I believe what we do here at BNI is exactly that.
Great, that's great, thank you.
Qual foi um dos seus maiores desafios iniciais ao assumir o comando do BNI? E o que é que você aprendeu com esses desafios?
What was your biggest initial challenge once you assumed as the CEO, the global CEO for BNI, on the leadership?
Well, it's interesting as I stepped into this role, I'm just now at about a year and a half in this role. is that BNI has so many opportunities. It's as if we almost drown in a sea of opportunities. There's so many things that we can do, but as you well know, some people have regularly say that if everything is a priority, then nothing is a priority. So it was really making sure that we got very focused on what we were going to work on. That's why we put our strategic pillars for growing membership, for making sure that we're amplifying the BNI brand and community. So people outside of BNI know us and understand us, and people inside of BNI knows and understands what's available to them. That we create new business opportunities, whether it's launching more chapters or bringing in more franchise owners, business owners to help grow. And then lastly, to elevate our technology so that we provide elegant solutions for our members and for our users of our technology.
Fine. O BNI atua em mais de 70 países. Quais são, na sua visão, os principais desafios e oportunidades ao levar um modelo de rede de negócios para diferentes culturas e mercados emergentes?
So, Mary, BNI operates in more than 70 countries. In your view, what are the main challenges and opportunities of bringing a network model to different cultures and emerging markets?
Yes, well, you had said, Philippe, that we're in more than 70 countries. We're actually in 76 countries and probably a few more soon to come. And it's interesting. First, I will say what is so impressive is I've been to chapter meetings across the globe, and how we host the chapter meetings is the same. And even if I don't speak the language, I know what's happening in the meeting because it's the system of how we host the meeting is the same everywhere. And that is our greatest strength. And what we always have to make sure is that we follow that strength of having that chapter meeting go the same way everywhere. And we also take into account the cultural differences of how people communicate and what's important to them. I've been in chapter meetings where it's important that they have a lot of time before the meeting to have coffee and to connect, and others where they want to have more time after the meeting, or they want to do some speed dating and one-to-ones. It's making sure that we keep in mind what the needs of that region are for how they communicate, while we also protect and be smart about making sure the meeting happens in the disciplined way that we do.
Yeah, it's amazing to see, right? We have visited some chapters also in other countries, in other regions, and it's amazing to see how the structure is the same, and we can easily find out where they are on the meeting, even though we are not fluent on their language or even know well their culture. So it's amazing.
Yes, I have a headset that translates for me, but oftentimes I don't need it because I know we're on the part where we're giving our 45-second pitch, or we're on the part where we're giving referrals or testimonials. That is a discipline that we always must maintain and be strong about, and we do, and I want to make sure we continue to.
Yeah, great.
Como o BNI equilibra padronização global para marcas, processos, valores com a adaptação local, que é o idioma, cultura, práticas de negócios?
Yeah. Mary, how does BNI balance global standardization, such as for brands, process, and values, with local adaptations in terms of language, culture, and business practice?
Well, one of the things that resonates deeply with me here is our core values, our 7 values, whether it's giver's gain or lifelong learning or positive attitude, traditions, innovations. I could go through all 7. They're all very important. Giver's gain is the essence of who we are and how we do business. I think it's important. I haven't been in any country where it does not resonate with the people there and within the culture. But we must make sure we translate it properly, that it is done in the language of the people that are meeting in the chapter, that we are creating an environment where both the art and science of networking happens aligned with our values. It's been impressive to see as I've gone across the globe, it is how much our values resonate across the multiple cultures. Because giver's gain is not unique to any one culture. It is a mindset for how to do business.
A dois, tá?
And when you find this mindset makes all everything different, right? The way that we deal with each other and the business.
It does. It's, I studied the abundance mindset for probably about 5 or 6 years now. And Giver's Gain is all about the abundance mindset. It's about looking for abundance and creating abundance. And when you do, you get more abundance. Instead of thinking about what am I getting and I'm not getting enough, you think about what am I giving and how can I give more? And that comes back to you. And there's not I don't think there's a country or culture in the world that doesn't understand and see the benefit of operating within an abundance mindset.
Yeah.
Como líder global, como você define sucesso para si mesma? Quais são esses valores que você considera inegociáveis no seu estilo de liderança?
So, as a global leader, Mary, how do you define success for yourself? And what values do you consider non-negotiable in your leadership style?
So, love that question. Success. Our vision is change the way the world does business, and our mission is to grow our members' businesses through structured meetings and training. So, if we are growing our members' businesses, that is the definition of success for us, because that's our mission. And as a leader, I look in 3 areas. Are we growing our members? Are we growing our franchise owners? And are we growing our associates within our global headquarters? Because as a leader, if I grow those 3 areas, B&I will be successful across the board. Our members will have more business. Our franchise owners will have more business. B&I will have more members so that we can then have more referrals across. And when I think about my non-negotiables, my first non-negotiable really ties to integrity. Is that how we do things is as important that we do them. So we do it with, we're direct and honest. And that's part of Giver's Gain, is that I'm going to give you the best referrals I have. I'm going to really, with integrity and intention, look to help you grow your business because I'm a member of a chapter. As a member of the chapter, that's important to me, and that we do it with integrity. And when someone gives us a referral, we take great care of that customer, because that's part of integrity, is that you mean what you say and you say what you mean. And then the second part is trust. Trust is at the heart of all referrals. So as a leader, I want to make sure that starting with me, going out to everybody all the way through our membership, that we practice and know how to build trust so that we can move faster. And then the last one is always having, and this is part of Giver's Gain, and it's part of recognizing people, is having a gratitude attitude. So being grateful and understanding what we should be grateful for. Because, it's not the politicians that will bring the world together. It's the business people who want to do business across their community, across their city, across their country, across the globe. That's what will bring us together. And the gratitude of understanding what it means to belong to such a both global and local organization is important.
Na sua opinião, quais são as características essenciais de um empreendedor que prospera em rede? Networking, né? Referências versus um empreendedor mais isolado.
Okay. Mary, in your opinion, what are the essential traits of an entrepreneur who thrives in a network like networking, referral business, compared to one who works more independently?
So, entrepreneurs are amazing people. They create things out of nothing. First, the entrepreneurs I've seen that build smart teams, that take great care of their customers, that change the part of the world that they touch. In addition to being high integrity, they put the customer first. They understand that their business is built on taking good care of the customer, making sure that the profits they make are built around taking good care of the customer, not doing something that's not to the customer's best interests. I believe that they have a discipline. They have the discipline of doing certain things that take good care of the customer, take good care of their people on their team, and helps grow a business. And the root of the word discipline means to learn. So entrepreneurs are great lifelong learners, which is one of our values. And they're always looking to learn the next thing. So they do their best until they know better, and then they do better and they grow their business that way. There's a principle that says, it's called the law of the lid, that said you will only grow your organization as fast as you can grow yourself. Great entrepreneurs know that, and they spend a lot of time making sure they're growing themselves. And then lastly, they surround themselves with smart, hardworking, passionate people who believe in what they're doing and help them, and they understand they're not the only one with the answer. They use their team to help grow that organization.
Como a gente está vendo, a gente viu aqui acontecer agora no Brasil, né? Em uma cidade de menos de 50 mil habitantes, ser lançada uma equipe de mais de 100 membros. Né? O que é que ela teria para dizer para os nossos membros, né? Das nossas cidades, em que são cidades pequenas e que não acreditam em ter equipes grandes?
Mary, how can you tell to the members that we had here in Brazil a small city with 50,000 inhabitants that we have launched in the south, the region launched a chapter with more than 100 members. So how can you tell to the other members that are from a small city and have the mindset that it's not possible to have a large chapter on their cities?
Well, first, to the team in Brazil, I congratulate you. Well done. What you have proven out, what we've known for a long time, is that a chapter is not built by how many people are in a market. A chapter is built by how many business leaders want to work together to grow their business. And I am from a small town myself, and those businesses, they know that by working together, that they can help take better care of their customers. They know they can better build their businesses, and it's a smarter way of doing business. You don't need a lot of population. You need passionate, engaged entrepreneurs who know and understand that networking is one of the best ways to grow your business. And for us globally, for every dollar that a member spends in dues, they make about $83 in closed business. Wow. And whether you're in a big giant city or a small town, that's important and relevant.
That's great.
Quais as tendências você enxerga para os próximos 5 a 10 anos no mundo das redes do negócio? E como o BNI está se preparando para isso?
What trends, Mary, do you foresee for the next 5 to 10 years in the world of business networking? And how is BNI preparing for them?
It's interesting. There's this, and we all see this, there's this huge trend, there has been for almost 10 years now, of this digital trend. People spending a lot of money on digital marketing, on search engine optimization, that they have a digital presence. And that's important. And then you add on to it the AI, the artificial intelligence part, that's important. What's happening is as that swung that way, and most pendulums, when they swing one way, they start swinging back the other way. And we're seeing that happen where businesses, and especially millennials, are saying, I need to better understand how to network and get face-to-face, because there's so much digitally, you almost cannot cut through all the clutter that's out there on the digital side. And it's not that digital is not important, it's just you have to do something else in addition to that. And the face-to-face, the science of smart networking is becoming more and more important. And the art of knowing how to connect with people and communicate, especially millennials who haven't had much training in that, B&I is becoming very relevant to them. And then one of the things we will do, and we are doing, is we've partnered with an AI company, and we'll be offering up ways to help our members and our chapters connect using AI in this way. I never want the connection to be, I always want us to meet face to face and get that connection that way, because that's the best way to get business. But if I come into a chapter and I'm new, and your services are the services I can best refer, or I'm the person that you're most likely to refer business to, because the data, the AI searches through the data and sees that that's in fact the case, then AI can come back and say, Mary, you need to meet with Philippe first and foremost, because he's the most likely to send you business. So we will use AI to aid and help our members better connect on one-to-ones, better find people for their companies, in their own personal companies, better use the art and science of networking in a way that it's the most impactful for them.
Yeah, that's great. And I really love the technology, but I totally agree with you that will, at least for me, it will never replace the face-to-face. But also, I agree that can help a lot, to get more focus on to get, the most of it.
We will use it to collect important data that helps our members better connect and to better connect with one another, but we won't use technology to get in the way of this so important one-to-one, face-to-face meeting.
Perfect.
Para os membros do Brasil ou de mercados de língua portuguesa, que conselho você daria para quem quer tirar mais proveito do BNI? Ou para quem está criando uma rede de contatos a partir do zero?
Yeah. For members in Brazil or other Portuguese-speaking markets, what advice would you give to those who want to get the most out of BNI or who are just starting to build their own network from scratch?
Well, first I will say, if you've joined a chapter, and again, I'm a member of a chapter, what is the best way for you to be able to give referrals out and for you to get referrals is to do the one-to-ones. When you sit down with somebody, and we have, a very disciplined way of doing a one-to-one where you talk about the important things so you can learn about that person's business or they can learn about your business so that they're more inclined to refer that business because they refer business for people they know and like and understand. And so that's very important. And I would also say, if you're new to networking, BNI is a great place to start and belong because we teach you the science of networking. Oftentimes we think networking is just going to an event and shaking hands and saying, "Hi, I'm Mary Thompson, I'm with BNI." But we don't know the right things to say and do that encourages that person to be more likely to do business with us or send business our way. We teach that at BNI. So you want to build a good network, start by belonging to a group that this is what they do and what they do best.
Se a Maria agora pudesse deixar para a gente, né, para os membros aqui do Brasil, estamos perto de bater 20 mil membros aqui no Brasil, né? Um recado, qual seria esse recado que ela tem para dizer para a gente, membros do Brasil hoje?
Yeah. Mary, if you could leave a message for BNI Brazil members, that we are almost hitting 20,000 members here in Brazil, what would be?
Oh, so I would say this. It's important that we get to 1 million members at BNI. Right now we're at 346,000 with 20,000 in Brazil. The reason that that's important is because we know that we can change the way the world does business by having more members that refer more business to more members that grows our members' businesses. And so my message to Brazil is 20,000 is fantastic. How do you get to 60,000 members? You may be somebody who's just the right person to launch some new chapters. You might be just the right person to invite a visitor to your chapter. You might be the person who should be the member coordinator within your chapter. And those things that will bring more members in so that we can send more referrals to more members and help grow our members' businesses.
It's fine. Agora a gente vai agradecer a ela, tá? E você vai traduzir para mim, tá bom? Você vai dizer para ela que eu fiquei muito feliz quando eu soube, né, da mudança do CEO para uma CEO mulher, né? A minha felicidade foi em saber que era uma mulher que ocuparia essa posição, porque sei da dificuldade que se tem, acredito que se tem em todo lugar do mundo, né, de uma mulher ocupar essa posição, então fiquei bastante feliz com isso.
So Mary Adelaide saying that she was very happy when it was announced that we would have a woman as CEO of BNI, Global BNI, and she does lots of work in Brazil with women, so she knows how sometimes it's hard for a woman to get on the leadership role. So she was very happy with your announcement as the new CEO.
Obrigada, Mine. It's so nice of you to say so. I learned long ago, leadership is leadership. It's not gender specific. Good leaders take great care of their people. They look for ways to grow their organization and themselves. They care about their customer and make sure that the work they're doing is in the best interests of the customer. And what I so appreciate about the business of business is that it's not specific to a gender. And so I've always just looked at, am I taking good care of everybody? Am I bringing a smart team around me? Am I serving my organization and the customers that are there in a way that helps them grow and be better because they're part of this brand? And so it's my honor to get to serve BNI. And I appreciate leaders like you who are out there making things happen on a daily basis, because you're the one that's going to make the biggest difference.
Thank you. Mas fiquei mais feliz ainda quando fui ao Havaí e pude, né, conhecê-la, e ela encerrar uma conferência naquela magnitude, falando, né, não precisa ser fácil, precisa ser possível. Me remeteu muito a meu pai, quando sempre que criança dizia para mim, se você tem um problema, você vai lá e resolve. Não importava, né, a dificuldade daquele problema. Foi assim que eu fui criada, e ela pôde, para mim, trazer muito esse pertencimento de família quando ela fala essa frase ao encerrar a conferência do Havaí.
And she was even happier when met you in Hawaii, in US, at the last conference, when you ended the conference saying that, you know, it don't need to be easy, must be possible, and come to her mind lots of knowledge that her father gave her during her childhood. And the main one is that if you have an issue, you go there go after and get it solved. So she was really happy with your message on the conference.
Well, I learned that from some very smart people about if we're looking for something easy, people who change the world, they're not doing the easy things, but they are doing the possible things, and they look for what's possible. And I love that you talk about your father, because my father taught me that leaders are great doers. They look for a way to make a difference, and once they know what that is, they act on it as quickly as possible so they can make a difference, because we're here to serve one another. We're here to help one another be better, to grow our members' businesses, and that is possible. It's very possible. I truly believe we are and will continue to and can change the way the world does business by taking great care of our members and making sure that they have the best experiences in their chapter meetings and that they get great referrals.
Agradecer a Mary pela presença e que a gente se encontra agora em menos de 30 dias em Sydney, na Austrália.
So Mary, thank you again to have you here today, and we see each other in Sydney on our global conference in just a few days now. And I also want to say thank you to have you here. Thank you for all your work at BNI. I'm also a member of BNI, and now almost 4 years. And we have grown so much with BNI, with all the discussion, the week that we are very, very happy to be part of BNI and continue on for many, many years. Thank you.
Obrigada to both of you. I appreciate the chance to have an engaging conversation. I look forward to seeing you. I'll be looking for you in Sydney. It promises to be a really great convention. We have about 50% more people signed up to attend this year than last year, so it should be a really, really great event. I'm very excited and looking forward to seeing you. And I think that if our focus is on how we take best care of our members and how much fun and enjoyment there can be in that, there's no stopping us.
Thank you.
Yeah, totally agree. Thank you very much, Mary.
Para você que
Obrigada.
nos acompanhou até aqui, comente, curta, compartilha e envie esse vídeo para quem você acredita que possa modificar a vida dessa pessoa. Não à toa estamos dentro do BNI. A ideia não é só mudar a forma como o mundo faz negócio, mas é o impacto que a gente pode causar na vida dos outros. Muito obrigada e até o próximo episódio.